Hi, I'm George Kruger, Assistant Professor here at the University of Wisconsin-Platteville. And in this presentation, we're talking about strategy. Now, I've found that students really struggle with strategy. We either start up at the top level at vision, and then kind of dive down into the tactics, or we just forget all that stuff in the leadership process and just start at tactics. Geez, what are we going to do today to try to make something happen? But strategies are a very, very important part of running a business and organizations. And the strategy is it determines the definition, it determines the means for utilizing resources, and resources, of course, can be money, time, products, expertise, whatever resources your business or organization has, utilizing resources to achieve an objective. And it's also more big picture, is what I like to call it. Okay? It's more big picture strategies. Now, we've already done our goals. We've done SMART goals. But now we're getting into strategy. How do we achieve our goals? And so a strategy will be something that we determine our means for utilizing resources to achieve our objectives. It's kind of more the big picture. So let's go back to our increasing our sales or our revenue side, or it could be market share, or it could be almost anything that we're trying to achieve in a SMART objective. And let's go back to our grow our sales 5%. Now, a strategy for this would be, so we're going to grow our sales 5% in the next month on specific product lines. And the strategy is we're going to start allocating 10% of our budget to e-marketing. Let's say that we did a situation analysis and we found that we're not doing very well on our e-marketing. We're going to allocate 10% of the budget to e-marketing, and that will help us to attract new customers. And we may have a specific goal of attracting perhaps 5 or 10 or 50 new customers here, but we're going to allocate 10% of our budget to e-marketing. So then, once we have our strategy done, this is kind of a big picture view. This is one strategy, and you may have 5 or 6 different strategies. Very important to not have too many strategies, because you need to be able to implement them. You need to be able to do them. 50 strategies, no one can implement 50 strategies by themselves. You can probably implement 3 or 4, unless you have a big team, then you may have more than 3 or 4, but probably 3 or 4 really important strategies to achieve your objectives. Then we take this strategy, we break it down into our tactics. And our tactics are the specifics that we do to actually implement it. So the first thing we're going to do as a tactic is we're going to set up and get our web pages. And then we're going to go after the social media. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. We're going to implement those programs, and we're going to develop content for these. And then we're going to integrate these all together. And then we're going to set up a measurement system for how many leads do we get through this system. So this is our tactics that flowed out of an e-marketing strategy here. I'm going to use a different color pen because different colors are cool. Different color pen. I'm going to use one that you can actually see. Okay. This is our strategies, which boils down to an e-marketing strategy. This flows over into our tactics. And then at the end here, we end up with an implementation plan with who exactly is going to do this and by when. This is the key part of management and leadership. Because ultimately we have to get a result out of this. And the result is we want to get 5% in sales through attracting new customers. Our tactics is we're going to set up web pages, implement social media, integrate them all together and measure. And then we have somebody that implements this on a schedule. So this, again, is a part of our leadership process. And where most marketers and business managers fall into trouble is they start here with the tactics. Well, we need a Facebook strategy. Great. You can put out a Facebook strategy. It'll probably last about 30 days. It won't be tied into anything. And everybody said it doesn't work. That is not how you do leadership and good business management and marketing. We start with a strategy, here at eMarketing strategy, and then all these tactics support it. So the key to really running a great business is that you develop your key strategies off of your objectives, your tactics that implement the strategies, and then we implement and we check the results. So as we continue on our leadership process, but strategy is really important, and that is where we start. That is where we get to after we do our objectives, but before we get into our tactics.